love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always
Namaste friends, today is chapter 20 and I can't believe it is chapter 20. So in today's lecture we'll be seeing about class. Okay, so we are going to be seeing what a class is, how it is actually defined, and what is the purpose of doing this class. Let's actually take a deep dive into class. We'll be getting into some lot of functions like this class, try exceptions, math modules, and more and more. And you will see the plan as we actually progress. So I'm excited. Let's take a deep dive. Okay, thank you.
Namaste friends. In today's lecture we are going to be seeing about classes. So far we have seen quite a few concepts like the arrays, lambdas, whatever I actually told you, the if then else loop, the for loop and do while loop and stuff of that nature. So we are getting slightly into more complex concepts, so kindly hang in with me. So we do have classes, and for persons who are slightly old in the programming, you might have actually heard the term inheritance. So we will be covering all those things in this coming week. Okay, so let's actually start with the class. So what is a class? Okay, we all attend a class, right? So can that be called as a class? Okay, fine. So almost everything in a Python is an object, okay, with the properties and methods. So a class is like an object constructor, okay, or a blueprint for creating a object. Or how do I say that? You have to object everything. If I say build a car, so when you say okay, build a car, I'm building a car, what will you do? A car, how many wheels it is going to have? It is definitely 4 wheels, but do you need anything more than 4 wheels? Okay, slightly in a better sturdy manner. What is the speed, the engine capacity, the fuel capacity, the speed, the color, the doors, whether it's a sports model, so a lot of things you have to imagine. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing here. All right, so the class, if you know the syntax, the remaining things all is so easy in the class. Okay, so let me actually take you this. So it's more or less like define by the defined function, the function, right? So this is more or less the same. So we put a class and then we define as my class, and then I say x is equal to 5, and then I say print this my class. Okay, even though I've actually said x is equal to 5. So this says this is a main class. Okay, fine. So now what is going to happen is, now let me actually take this. Now let me actually take this and let me actually run this. So the same, x is equal to 5. This p1, okay, this variable p1, I put this my class in this variable p1 and I say p1 dot x, so which means I'm actually bringing in this my class here as x. Okay, so this is the only thing I'm actually doing. Okay, so now this has become 5. Okay, so everything is a thing here. I've actually initiated, I've actually said what this is, I've actually initiated, I'm actually calling this, and then I say p1.5. so basically I'm calling my class. Okay, more or less like what I'm doing here, I'm doing in a slightly different manner. All right, so let's actually let's actually take this thing, which is a good example. So let's actually take this thing. So in a class person, okay, what I say is a class person, what I'm saying defining, initializing with the self, name and age. So I say self.name equals name, self.age equals age. Okay, and then I say the person is, this is basically the John and 36. So John is the name and 36 is the age. I say print my name, which is the class of the name and the class of the age. Okay, so when I actually run this, see John and this thing. You might be asking, hey Pras, what is difficult here and why am I actually doing this class when I can actually do it in some other manner as well? Well, everything is right. Your question is right. Okay, your question is right, but which one we will be using where is what we will be coming to know. So in this case, if you see, it is only p1, so then it gives a syntax error. Okay, then it actually gives a syntax error. Now let's actually take this. I'm defining a class, same thing, and then I'm defining a self, and then I say my name dot age I'm actually telling, and then the person is this is what I'm actually telling. So if I actually run this, So the John of 36 has actually come in this. This John has come in the parenthesis of 36 when I say print P1. Okay, P1 is person, which is this. When I say this is what has actually happened. Alright, this is what has actually happened. Alright, let's move on. So the same thing here, I'm actually defining a function. Okay, when I say I'm actually defining a function here, I say hello my name, and then I say like, plus self dot name, which is like either a John or something, and then the age, and then I say define print my function. So when I actually run this, hello my name is John, and this is exactly what I'm actually doing. See here I'm actually the same thing, everything is the same, but I'm actually printing a function. So let's actually see. This is what is actually happening. Okay. Here instead of the person of 36 we put 40. So when I say P1 of age, let's see what comes. It gives me 40, the latest one. This one is going to give me an error and let's see why it gives an error. We are saying deleting. We are deleting this. So when you're deleting this, it is going to give an error. Yeah, because the above is an error. See here the name error. Because the name P1 is not defined. This is not defined, so we can't print it. So you have to define the P1 like what we have actually done else. See, print P1 dot age. So what is this? Only P1. We don't know. So it should be like the P1 dot age. So that is how we have to say. Okay. So these are all like some of the syntaxes when you actually define the class. So let's actually see this. I'm defining my class. I'm saying x equals 5. This is just a variable. I say P1 equals my class, and then this is basically I say print 5. Okay, so it should be 5. So what is the syntax here? The syntax of defining a class is basically you say a class, you define it with something, and then you can you can actually initiate with anything, or you can actually put it in this manner. You can call this thing in the closed parenthesis, and then you can actually print it. Okay, so in this manner, this is the way. Since we are not printing anything, it is not going to go, but this is the syntax of defining a class. So my friends, I know you'll be having a question, hey Pras, where would I use a function? Okay, right now we know where to use a set, set, strings, tuples, dictionaries, blah blah blah, and then the if then else statement we know. Okay, so those things we know how to actually write. If you just have a basic mathematical understanding, you can write it. So when it actually gets complex, it always gets interesting, right? So where is this class? Why should I use this? Do you waste my time? No. Understand the syntax, just practice it, just get a grasp of it. I'm not expecting you to be 100% today, but just get a grasp of it. As days progresses, we will be doing some hands-on coding, some real live examples in each and everything, and we can actually clear our queries. As of now, just take it as it is, and if you have any questions with this, you know where to contact me, and I'll be extremely happy to answer any of your queries to the best of my abilities. Till we see next time, I want to thank you for giving me your time. Take care. Cheers.
Namaste friends, I trust you actually enjoyed my class, you actually understood why this class was been done, how it is actually defined and the purpose and stuff of that nature. Yeah, if you have any questions, you know whom to contact and where to contact. Like always, I would like to thank two persons. One is you for giving me your golden time, and the other is my wife Jayashri, who is a big supporter of my passion to help people. Till we see next time, take care. Cheers.